What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Microtopia. We are surely and certainly getting along in this game. It is moving along nicely. We're progressing along the tech path. We've unlocked quite a few things. Um, our next one will probably be smart. Well, I think we're going to power straight through to the polluted island scanner because the next island is extremely important to us. Um, it's extremely important to any playthrough, really, and you'll see why as soon as we unlock it. Catapult would be nice. And Speedgate would be nice. I think I know what to do with something like this. Uh, one idea I have for Speedgate is that we can use these bridges for ant travel as well as, um, goods travel. And why do I say that? Because, um, let's say we have an ant that is not a fancy ant, and it travels onto, this light rail line, and it crosses a bridge, and then we have speed gates, or we have something that speeds up our ants here. They go very fast, or either way, our ants will be slower. The fancy ants are some of the fastest ants that we get. So as long as we don't make an ant go faster than a fancy ant, we can take a speed gate and send it off, to become a part of another expeditionary colony on one of the other islands, if it makes sense. Yeah, hopefully this. Yeah, we're just not quite there, but we're gonna be there. We just need a few more of these pod workers. How many do we have already? We have 3. Okay, good. It feels good to have those ants. We're about to have 4. And it doesn't feel like we're gaming anything. We're not gaming the system. I feel like we're doing it right. And we're still able to produce all the goods that are necessary for this island and export some. Soon we'll be able to, um, you know, increase the amount of ants that go in here. Once we have a solid amount walking around here, and we're back to creating blue pods, which is great. We have plenty of screws. Sorry, my mind was drawing a blank there. What those actually were. We have plenty of screws, and that's to facilitate making these small diggers. And then eventually we'll come back and make large diggers with those small diggers. It'll be nice. Then we're back to making iron. We'll soon be making glass again. And look how fast these ants travel. Aren't they nice? They just get to their destination quickly. They get to their work site quickly. These ants live long. They live longer. Iron workers live 1 minute longer. But what gets more work done, right? Because not only is there the actual work time, there is the travel time included, right? It's sort of like when you go to your job. You get paid for the hours you're on the clock, but it takes hours to travel as well. And that should be included, I believe. If you especially have to travel far away, Imagine having to drive a couple hours for work. Okay. How's this colony doing? Thriving. In fact, it probably has... Yeah, it has just enough to do everything that it needs to do, I think. Which is great. We're never gonna be... Oh, yeah. I think... Can we do it here? Can we go to this? Can we go to this one? I don't think we could. Oh, we could go to this one. And this could say... If... Hold on. What is this? What's this? Okay. And where? Oh, that one. Okay, okay, okay. Let's put this here just so I can keep going. Save this one. Is less than 1. Perfect. We can do the same thing here. Okay, we're in a good spot. Fixing up things, progressing the colony. You love to see it. And once we achieve our... oh, and I didn't put this here, but it's still a valid colony. Or valid colony. It's still a valid trail. I'll give you a second to think about why. And I'm sure you could see it if you look closely. But... it's because of this counter end gate, right? It only counts whatever's behind it. And even though this may not be, you know, completed trail without the counter end gate, it still considers it a trail. So that's another way to complete your trails without, you know, once you unlock them, because they're further along. But you still need to know the basics of why you're doing what you're doing, and I think that's why it unlocks in that order. You know, teach you those necessary skills, or at least the necessary level of understanding of why you do these things. You know, I guess why you do them before you get the tools to sort of negate them, right? I know the rules before you're allowed to, you know, be able to bend them, I guess. Okay, we are pulling and pushing. Our stuff looks very nice here. It looks just great. Wow. Okay. Except for this. What happened here? It looks like a lot of them died there. That's not good. This one got full. Almost done. Alright. Wow, okay. That's momentous. That's momentous, folks. We are... Look how rapidly that went away. Okay, we gotta get this one too. Let's send these guys. And this won't be here for very long, so we don't need to worry about what it looks like. We just need to get the job done. Why is this momentous? Because we may now stop this. Wow. Feels good, man. Let's send all of these. Onto this trail. Just bum rush that thing. Try and be careful. Try not to delete everything. We still need some of it. There we go. We're going to call this one an interlude, as I need to leave. Didn't realize I didn't have time, sorry. But we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.